Good morning, everyone. Let me fix my mic. Good morning. I wanted to turn the camera on and show you my newest baby. And guess what, y'all? This cat is not a boy. It's not a boy. It is a little girl. And she's wanting down right now. So now I got to think of a girl name. Hold on just one sec. Let me turn the camera off and put her in the house because she has been trying to get off the porch and she cannot wander off. A hawk will get her. Hold on. My baby. Okay. I just wanted to show her on camera. If you missed it, go back to the beginning and look at my cute kitty. So my cat friend told me, it's like, Celeste, that is a girl kitten. So now I've got to choose a name, either Cleo or Pebbles. Y'all let me know. Hey, Linda, Carolina girl, Clancy, Carolina girl. I'm glad you're in here because I cannot get this kitten to eat any kitten food, soft kitten food. All it wants is the replacement milk. It won't even attempt. I've tried mixing the food in with the milk to make like a little meat bottle, as they called it. That did not work. Carolina girl, Cleo. Yes, I like Cleo too. I've already been looking at all kinds of princess stuff on Amazon for cats. So that's why I hadn't been live because I was having to syringe feed that cat and it was a little pig. Plus, I had that big tree fall on Annabelle's fence over there. So hopefully I can get back to my true crime this week. I know I say that all the time. Does she have teeth? Well, when she first came here, she had two on each side at the top and two little ones on the sides at the bottom. Besides the canine teeth, do you know how old she is? No. I mean, she didn't even know how to eat or drink when she came here. Hold on, let me let Ladybug out. Damn dog. Oh my gosh. She didn't know how to eat or drink. Her eyes was all like glued together from infection. Um, she was getting better. Then she got sick again. I've had to turn the air conditioners down in the house. She got a respiratory infection, but now she's doing better again. Um, Hopefully she continues to get better. I'm going to have to take her to the vet and get her some shots and stuff. I don't know how old she has to be to go to the vet. But the dogs are doing good with her. You know, Ladybug is really jealous over me, but she's all right with the kitten. Skylar, she's all right with the kitten, but she's scared to death of it. Scared to death of it. It's a smart little kitten. It's already litter box trained. Sure is. And I made it some little houses, cut holes in boxes, stacked them on top of each other, so it's got like a little tower of boxes, and they got holes in them, and she absolutely loves them. So, y'all, Alex Murdaugh, however the hell you say this weirdo's name, he was indicted for murder, and allegedly he lured his wife, who was separated from him, to that hunting cabin, gunned her down, gunned down his son, who was there taking pictures of. He was housing his friend's dog out there at the kennels, so he was down there taking pictures of the dogs, and he gunned them down. But there was two different guns used, so that's making me think either he used two different guns or he had some help. We've got the indictment and the article here we're going to read. I told y'all, I told y'all he did this. Now, allegedly, there's text messages that he texted her, luring her, trying to get her to come out there. She didn't want to go to that hunting lodge. I started to say hunting lodge. Hunting lodge. She had actually been living at their beach house. She hadn't been living with him. Okay, so he finally got her out there by saying, you know, you can go see dad before he passes away. And she was like, okay. So she finally gave in and went there. And he gunned her down, allegedly. We've got the indictments we're going to take a look at. Hold on just a minute. Let me refresh my chat here. I told y'all a long time ago that he did this. I knew it. I knew he did it. He killed him for insurance money. Um, let's screen share this. Let's see what's going on with these freaks. I believe he had help. Maybe if he'd had help, they would have already found out about that and arrested the other guy for it too, though. Before I start, Kristen Smart trial, the Paul Flores trial and his dad, or Ruben Flores, their trial starts today. 20-some years after Kristen Smart disappeared with no body, they go on trial today. It starts today. We're going to have to follow it and see what happens. Okay, Alex Murdaugh, murder indictment for deaths of wife and youngest son found shot dead at family hunting lodge. Shamed South Carolina attorney Alex Murdaugh was officially charged last week with the murders of his wife and son, who were found dead last year at the family's hunting lodge. In June 2021, Maggie and Paul, 52 and 22, were found fatally shot at their family's 1,700-acre lodge in Colton County. The grand jury indictment accuses Alex of acting alone in their slayings. The document, which charges Alex with 2 counts of murder and possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime, also stated that Maggie was killed with a rifle while Paul was fatally shot with a shotgun. I don't know the difference. You know, I'm a country girl. I don't know the difference between a rifle and a shotgun, y'all. Ain't that bad? Despite Alex's murder charges, the motive behind the killings remain undisclosed. It is also unclear who was killed first. I can tell you what the motive was: insurance money. He really thought that nobody would suspect him of this because he was rich. Okay, Alex is facing 84 criminal counts for allegedly stealing money from numerous clients and his former law firm. He remains jailed on a $7 million bail. The jailed attorney's lawyer said in a statement following Thursday's indictment, Alex wants his family, friends, and everyone to know that he did not have anything to do with the murders of Maggie and Pa. Yeah, right. He loved them more than anything in this world. Hey, he loved money more than them. Facts. It was very clear from day one that law enforcement and the Attorney General prematurely um, concluded that Alex was responsible for the murder of his wife and son. There's the indictment. Alex Murdaugh indictment. It continues, but we know that Alex did not have any motive whatsoever to murder them. Yeah, right, insurance money. And Maggie was divorcing him. She was separated from him. She wanted a divorce. We are immediately filing a motion for a speedy trial. We are requesting that the Attorney General turn over all evidence within 30 days as required by law. And we demand to have a trial within 60 days of receiving that evidence. Well, that's not a lot of time to prepare for the case. On September 3rd, 2021, Alex survived an alleged suicide plot that reportedly entailed him having former client Curtis Smith, it's also a distant cousin of his, 61, shoot him in the head, and his son Buster would receive a $10 million insurance payout. A day before the shooting, Alex was forced out of the family law firm amid allegations he misappropriated funds. Misappropriated my ass, he stole funds. Look at them cute slippers, Be Kind slippers, y'all. 2 days after the apparent botched suicide, Alex announced he was entering rehabilitation for drugs. Alex was charged with insurance fraud in connection with the suicide for hire plot and released on bail. In October 2021, Alex was rearrested upon leaving a rehabilitation center in Florida for allegedly stealing $4.3 million from the estate of his former housekeeper, Gloria Satterfield, who suffered a fatal fall on his property in February 2018. In that case, Alex was accused of stealing insurance payouts that were intended for Satterfield's family. Authorities recently announced plans to exhume Satterfield's body amid an ongoing investigation into the circumstances surrounding her death. Yeah, she allegedly tripped over a dog going up the steps. And she died from her injuries later on. She didn't die right then and there. But she had some kind of blunt force trauma, I believe, to the back of her head. Look, he done this to that housekeeper. This is my opinion and theory. He done that to that housekeeper so he could talk her sons into suing his house insurance and he could steal the money. That's my theory. Last month, Alex and Smith were indicted for allegedly purchasing and distributing oxycodone in multiple counties. Murder charges against Alex comes days after he was formally disbarred by the South Carolina Supreme Court. He's a piece of crap. His days of living the fancy-wancy life with his family are over. He murdered these two. Right here's Paul and his mom Maggie, and this is Buster. Why didn't he kill Buster? Is Buster his favorite? Buster wouldn't cause him no trouble. He was the kid that he liked the best, the all-star kid or something. Hey, preschool granny, broken justice. Hey, everyone. Let's see. Let me find my other stuff. Do we need to read the indictment? I don't know if we need to or not. I downloaded it to my laptop. Let me share this other thing. Crap. Hold on. Share screen.
We've got problems.
What?
That cat thinks that bathtub in there's litter box. It just diarrhea shit. All in it.
Okay. Hold on just a minute. My cat went and used the bathroom. Hold on just a minute. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me go see what this kitten has done. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, guys, I got a problem. My little kitten thinks the bathtub's its litter box, too. I'm going to have to correct that problem. Anyways. Okay, sorry about that. He's up to something. Alex Murdaugh reportedly lured wife to meet at family lodge before murdering her and youngest son. New report alleges Alex asked his wife to meet him at the family's hunting lodge before she died, a request that she felt was suspicious. People magazine, citing unnamed law enforcement sources, reports that, let me take this ad down. Reports that on June 7, 2021, Alex texted his wife Maggie and asked her to meet at their vast estate in, is that Arlington, South Carolina? Arlington, maybe. Alex, 54, reportedly had said that his father, 81-year-old Randolph Murdaugh III, was in poor health and that she should see him before he passed. Maggie is said to have initially declined the invitation to meet at the lodge, but suggested that they meet at the hospital instead. However, she eventually agreed to meet at the lodge and planned to follow Alex to the hospital using her own car. Multiple sources told the magazine that the couple's marriage was having unspecified difficulties and that 52-year-old Maggie was living at the family beach house in Edisto or something island about an hour away. She was done with his butt. See, it was reported that she had got someone to go through their finances and she had discovered, you know, that they was broke basically. En route to the lodge, Maggie is said to have texted a friend that she believed Alex was acting fishy, the magazine reports, citing a police source. He's up to something, Maggie reportedly texted the friend. When Maggie arrived at the property, she reportedly left her vehicle running, walked to the family's dog kennels. That's where the couple's 22-year-old son, Paul, was photographing a dog he had been watching for a friend. It is not clear how people or authorities determined this timeline of events, and what happened next remains even more blurry. You can tell he's strung out. Look at him. Compared to pictures of him before, he was a lot heavier. What is known is that Maggie and Paul were shot to death near the dog kennels. Paul was reportedly shot in the chest with a shotgun at close range. Maggie had multiple gunshot wounds from a semi-automatic rifle, including one shot to her back, and what police believe were additional shots once she was on the ground. So he shot her in the back. Once she went on the ground, he kept firing into her, make sure she was dead. Authorities pronounced both Maggie and Paul dead at the scene. The state charged Alex in connection with the killings on Thursday. He is facing 2 counts of murder in addition to 2 counts of possession of a weapon during the commission of a violent crime. He is scheduled to be arraigned next week. Police have not disclosed officially the nature of evidence they have compiled against Alex, but the unnamed law enforcement officials told the magazine that investigators found blood spatter on Alex's clothing, which suggests he was at the scene when the murders occurred and not at the hospital with his father, which he initially asserted. What he did is he killed them and then he went to the hospital to see his father, probably. His father died a few days later. He had been sick. But if he had blood spatter on his clothes, he was definitely there when the murders happened. Definitely. In a statement to People, Alex's lawyer continued to assert that he is innocent of the murder charges. Alex wants his family and friends, everyone to know. Okay, I'm not reading his stupid statement again. Aside from the murder-related charges, he's facing dozens of charges for allegedly stealing money from clients and from his former law firm that his great-grandfather started, like freaking century ago almost, stealing money from a former housekeeper who died after filing on the property, and for drug trafficking. Yeah, he's no junkie. He also allegedly attempted to stage his own death in a failed attempt to cash out a $10 million life insurance payout for his surviving son, 26-year-old Buster. But there was like a little small clause in that life insurance thing that Alex didn't know about, so it wouldn't have paid Buster $10 million because there was some kind of clause about committing suicide it couldn't pay out. So he's pleaded not guilty to all the charges, being held on $7 million bond. Good. His family ain't trying to bond him out. His brothers is in the law firm with him. They're not trying to bond him out. Hell, they kicked him out of their law firm. He's history. He is the black sheep of the family. Hey, this Murdaugh family, they're rich, powerful down there in a small county in South Carolina, and they have got by with a lot. Look at Paul, out drinking and driving, wasn't he? A boat, the family boat, Alex's boat, using his brother's ID to buy alcohol, hits some pilings in the water, throws Mallory Beach from the boat, 19-year-old beautiful Mallory Beach, and it was a week before they found her body. So at the time of his death, him and his dad and Buster were being sued by the Beach family, and he was charged with, boating while being impaired with alcohol and killing that girl. Of course, those charges was dropped. Um, I just think that Alex took Paul out because he's just too much trouble. Gonna cost him too much money. And took Maggie out too because she's divorcing his old ugly ass. That's what I think. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Mike. Bama Cat. Good morning. Good morning. Let me look at the live chat here. Sorry I had to pause a few minutes ago, guys. That Mort came out here and he's like, your kitty just used the bathroom in the garden tub. And I had to run in there and see what was going on. I'm going to have to keep her out of there. So, what do y'all think about this? We all knew this, though. Every one of us knew that he murdered them. And I know it says innocent until proven guilty. We're not in the court of law. We're in the court of CC right now, and we're allowed to say he's guilty if we want to, right? He makes me angry too. This is going to make a great Lifetime movie. I just watched a good Lifetime movie. It's called The Suitcase Killer. Melanie McGuire. She was she was a nurse, worked at a fertility place, and she killed her husband and dismembered him, put him in suitcases, and throwed him over a bridge into the ocean. I guarantee. I hope Lifetime waits until the trial's over with. You know, they made the damn Lori Vallow movie, and she's not even went to trial yet, her and Chad Dunbell. They should have waited, in my opinion. I think it'd make a better movie. Order in the court. That's right, Rooster. Shut up over. We're trying to have court here. Bamacat. He is a serial killer. Yeah. And so is Lori Vallow and Chad Dunbell. Yeah, my glasses this morning, as soon as I picked them up, they reminded me of the damn Lori Vallow glasses she had on. But I've been liking this color, green, blue, whatever you want to call it, way before her. Way before her. I can't stand that bitch. I can't wait to see her booked and cooked, y'all. That bitch should be hung in the court square. But before she's hung, the whole community, JJ's family, Tylee's family, should be up front. They should circle her and start stoning that bitch to death. That's what I think about her. See, I hold her more responsible than I do that sick weirdo Chad Dunbell. Because she was their mother, right? Let's see what else is going on. Oh, yeah. And the Murdaugh name. I just don't see how that's pronounced Murdaugh. I hear it on TV pronounced that way. It looks like Murdaugh to me. But their name was tied to Stephen Smith's death. He was a young man that was found dead beside the road in their community. Allegedly, his yellow car ran out of gas, and the police tried to say a big 18-wheeler must come by and hit him in the head with the mirror, the side mirror. But there was no broken glass, there was no skid marks, nothing. But allegedly, he was having an affair with one of those Murdaugh boys. Because he had told his twin sister, that he was going to go out on a boat with this older person that he was seeing. I think Stephen was only like 18 or 19, but that never happened because he was found dead on the side of the road, and the police tried to say it was a hit and run. And his mom and other people in the community don't think it was a hit and run. They're actually reinvestigating that case because he had blunt force trauma to the back of the head, and everybody in that community knew uh, Stephen Smith's car. It looked like a big yellow banana, the only one in town, you know. Okay, let me show y'all an article about this to refresh everybody's memory. Okay, hold on. Let me screen share this. I'll show y'all this young man. Good looking young man. He was either seeing Buster or Alex one. This got Mallory Beach's picture too. We don't want to sign up for this. Okay. See, there's Steven. There's Mallory. Look how pretty Mallory was. Wow, a knockout. A whole week before they found that young lady's body. Families mourn. Murdaugh families linked to Stephen Smith's death probed in explosive 2020 doc, and Teen's twin speaks out. When was this put out? January 14th, 2022. Stephen Smith, 19, was found dead in the middle of the road outside of Hampton with a gaping head wound, his skull partially crushed, his shoulder dislocated. One theory posits that Stephen ran out of gas, decided to walk home when he was clipped by a semi-truck. But Stephen's mother, Sandy Smith, discounted that hypothesis in the 2020 documentary. A mother knows her child, and my son would not do that, Sandy said. He had his cell phone. He was 6 miles from the house, she insisted. He would have called somebody. Stephen's twin sister, Stephanie Smith, remembered the moment the coroner called her home about Stephen's death. In the 2020 documentary, I'm going to have to watch this. Stephanie claimed shortly after the coroner called regarding her brother's death, her father received another call. Randy Murdaugh was the second person to call my dad after the coroner, Stephanie told ABC. Uh, Randolph Randy Murdaugh is the older brother of Alex, a member of the influential Hampton family. Randy said he wanted to take the case and it would be free of charge, Stephanie said, but her dad was a little iffy on accepting the offer. Randy declined to comment on the statement Stephanie made to investigators regarding his alleged phone call. In the documentary, Randy said, I knew who Stephen Smith was and I knew his family. However, Randy said in the 2020 documentary that he knew of no connection whatsoever between the Murdaugh family and Stephen Smith's death. Others in the community reached out to Sandy with rumors that a Murdaugh boy may be involved with her son's death. In a recording that features in the documentary, a South Carolina state trooper tells an unidentified phone tipster that he received at least 9 phone calls about a rumor connecting the Murdaugh family to Stephen's mysterious roadside death. Sandy told Todd Proctor, two former South Carolina Highway Patrol detectives who investigated Stephen's death, could not find proof to back up claims about Murdaugh's connection to the case. Yeah, right. Mallory Beach's parents also spoke out in the 2020 documentary, remembering their daughter who died after an accident involving Murdaugh family boat. Paul, Alex's son and Randy's nephew, pleaded not guilty to multiple felony charges related to Mallory Beach's death. Mallory and Paul were part of a young group of six teenagers who went out on the boat in 2019. The teens had been grossly intoxicated, according to the police, even though they were all underage and could not legally buy alcohol. Her body was found 7 days after the February 2019 boat crash. The Murdaugh family ties to the legal system sparked questions about whether the investigation into Mallory's death was done properly. Yeah, Alex tried to get the other young man that was on the boat to say that he was driving. I mean, this family is shady as hell. And allegedly, when cops called the Murdaugh family, Alex and them, to question them, see if they would come in and answer some questions about Stephen Smith's death, they refused to and lawyered up. Now, if you had nothing to do with a young man's death in your community and police thought you might have some information, wouldn't you sit down and tell them or talk to them? If you got nothing to hide and you got no connection to them, then you should have nothing to worry about. That right there says something was up. He allegedly also tried to pay for ugly old Buster here to get back into law school. I'm sorry, he's never going to be a lawyer. Guarantee it. He's going to be blackballed forever. Even if he becomes a lawyer, nobody's going to want him to represent them after what this family's done. Maggie was probably the only decent one in the family. Probably. She finally wised up as she started going through the family's finances and got tired of Alex's drug addiction, and she left his ass and was going to divorce him. And that's going to cost him all kinds of money and all kinds of trouble. So he had to get rid of his troubles. Paul was costing him money and trouble too. He probably knew Paul was out there at the cabin. So that's why he lured Maggie there. Let me look at my chat. Maggie, Paul, Gloria, Stephen that we know of. And there's probably more we don't know of yet. Alex probably killed his dad too. His dad might have been, getting ready to die and he wasn't dying fast enough for him, so he killed him too. Went there and suffocated him or something. I watched a case on Forensic Files, y'all, a while back. This woman killed her husband, and if she had waited 2 months, he would have died. He had cancer and didn't know about it. He would have probably died in 2 months. That's it, Greed. of money over your own family. Just think what type of person it takes to gun down your own son in the chest, shoot your wife in the back, and then keep firing on her as she falls down. Just imagine what kind of person it takes to kill your own child. Oh, there was one more thing I was going to tell y'all this morning before I forget. Ricky Martin, the singer, y'all know Ricky Martin, good looking Ricky Martin. Well, he's been accused of incest by his own nephew, who's like 20 some years old. I kid y'all not. Now, he's denied these charges, but he said that they had a sexual relationship for a few months, and then when he wanted to break it off, Ricky went crazy on him, was outside of his house, everything, calling constantly. Now, this guy could just be after money. Who knows? Or it could be true. A lot of these singers are weirdos. A lot of singers, a lot of actors, actresses, they're freaking weirdos. I didn't know that for a long time. But yeah, we know the Ramses did. Yeah, suffocation is what I was thinking with pillow. Yeah, me too, Bama Cat. Me too. That's what I was thinking. And you know, where he was sickly, they would have never expected it. But I think when you suffocate someone or strangle someone, it breaks the blood vessels in the eyes, if I'm not mistaken. Looks they probably didn't even check the old man's eyes when he went to the coroner's because he was sickly. Does the nephew have proof, or like you said, could be a money hungry? I don't know. We're gonna look at that before I get off here. I'm gonna have to go freaking bleach my bathtub and figure I'm just gonna catch the kitty. I noticed she'd been going back there walking. I got a big garden tub, walking around it. So when I catch her going back there, I'm just going to take her to a litter box. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Mark's about to have a cow because it used the bathroom in the tub. Whoop de doo. Let's see if I can find this. Pop star Ricky Martin accused of incest by his nephew. It says Daily Mail. Let me screen share it. I like to screen share so people can see. Oh, yeah. I was going to have a t-shirt giveaway. And this little kitten showed up at my house, and I had to go buy a little pop-up carrier and milk and everything. So that's going to be delayed a little bit. Okay. Ricky Martin accused of incest by his nephew, who claimed they had a relationship for 7 months. Singer could face up to 50 years in prison. So his nephew is Dennis Sanchez. I can't say the middle name. He's 21. Ricky Martin's 50. He says they shared a sexual relationship for 7 months. The pair reportedly broke up as claims his uncle caught him assistantly loitered near his home. He also accused the singer of consuming large amounts of alcohol and drugs. Martin has called the abuse allegations completely false and fabricated. Look, you click on it, and go off. I've always had trouble when I go to this Daily Mail. Okay, the star who was spotted in Los Angeles Friday on the set of his Apple TV Plus miniseries is expected in Puerto Rican court on July 21st for his trial. Oh, he's got to go to trial in Puerto Rico. Martin's accuser, believed to be Sanchez, filed Rico's domestic violence law. The order prohibited Martin from contacting or calling the petitioner who allegedly fears for his safety. Wow. According to the order, which was received by El Folks, something other Puerto Rican newspaper, Martin and Sanchez broke up 2 months ago after dating for several months. Okay. And it just goes on to say he didn't accept the breakup, and his nephews accused him of taking large amounts of alcohol and drugs. Here's his nephew. Let me go back and screen share. Here they are standing shirtless or his nephew's shirtless, which don't mean anything. They could have been having a pool party or something. See? There's his nephew. Well, he's not even good looking, Ricky. I don't think he is. He's got some good abs. Let's go on down there. Eric and Ricky Martin are pictured alongside their family members in 2014. With his own nephew, the protection order again, who tweeted this? Ricky did. Against me is based on completely false allegations, so I will restore the dignity that characterized me. Because it's an ongoing legal matter, I cannot make detailed statements at this time. I am grateful for the countless messages of solidarity that characterize me. Because it's an ongoing legal matter, I cannot make detailed statements at this time. I'm grateful for the countless message of solidarity. Could be true, could not be true, guys. We don't know. I'm not going to call this guy a liar. He could just been, jealous of his cousin's wealth and fame and want him some money. It's the reason he's doing this. Or it could be true. I want to see some evidence. Let's see some evidence before we persecute him. Anyways, I won't see anyone till next Monday. Is leaving Wednesday on our family camping outlet. I'll try to check in, but may not have service. Okay, girl, be safe. Be safe. I personally think Ricky's nephew is after money, Carolina girl. Yeah, yeah, he could be. I don't know. I mean, it's a good possibility. It's the first thing that went through my mind. You know, is it still considered incest? Yeah, I guess it is. I wonder how, like, are they fourth or fifth cousins? Which to me, it don't matter. That's still nasty. That's still in your family. Now, I know people around here that's married their third cousins and stuff. Now, I think that's weird to me. It's like his bunch that lives beside me. That's where I keep my chickens and goat on their land. That guy over there, he was with her niece, and the niece died over there of alcohol and drug overdose. And he kept staying there with the aunt, and now he's with the aunt. Now, I know they did that like back in the 18th, 19th century and stuff like that, but this is 2022, and I just don't think it's right. It'd be like me taking my niece's husband if she passed away. Ooh, 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 ooh. Mm-mm. That is just gross in my opinion. Anyways, we'll keep following this and see what happens. I'm going to get off here, guys. Sorry to have to rush off after I just got through reading a bunch of true crime. I can't stay and discuss it more, but I've got to get in here and check on my kitty and clean my daggone bathtub and figure out what to do to keep her out of there. I'm going to have to put me up a little gate or something. The bad thing about it is, like, you got to step up to where my garden tub is and the two double sinks. Okay, but on the other side of the garden tub is an opening too, where there's like a place where like I can keep my makeup and a big mirror and stuff. So I got two places I'll have to block off. I think I'm just going to keep her from going back there in that room. Hey, Remy, it's good to see you. Mike says, whoa, that's gross. It is gross. It is. Anyways, y'all have a great day. I will see y'all in the morning. I'm not quite sure what time, but I will be seeing y'all in the morning. Anyways, have a great day. Be safe, be kind, and peace. Oh, I see your message, Carolina girl. Move the poop to the box to reinforce where it should go. Okay, thank you, girl. I will definitely.